At my wife's sister's wedding, they gave me a name tag that said, Housekeeper. No seat, no meal. My wife laughed. Her mother smirked. And when I took off my ring and walked out, everything changed. Housekeeper. That was the name they printed on my tag. I stared at it for a moment, thinking maybe it was a mistake, a joke, maybe. But then I caught the smirk on my mother-in-law's face. She was watching me, waiting to see if I'd protest. I didn't. I pinned it on my chest like a good sport. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. When I found my seat, if you could call it that, it was near the kitchen doors. A foldable chair, not even draped like the others. Everyone else had crystal glasses and silverware. I had none, not even a plate. I looked around. My wife was on the other side of the hall, laughing with her cousins. She noticed me watching. She barely waved, then turned and whispered something to them. I couldn't hear, but I saw their grins, their sneers. I didn't need to hear it. My mother-in-law passed by. She didn't lean down or whisper. She said casually, loud enough for the table beside me to hear, "You're just a servant here." I waited for my wife to correct her. She didn't. She laughed along, said something about food being for real family. I stared at the floor for a while. I think I forgot to blink. Then I stood up, took off my ring. I don't even remember if I said anything out loud. I just left it on the table and walked out. 5 minutes later, I heard her shouting my name, panic in her voice, not the giggling tone from before. But I didn't stop. She didn't catch up. Funny thing is, I don't know why I expected better. I don't know why I thought I'd earn more than that. 12 years. I'd been around for 12 years. 12 years of working 2 jobs when her father fell ill. 12 years of saving, sacrificing, cutting corners so her sister could have her fancy education, her fairy tale wedding. I bought groceries when their pantry was empty. I paid medical bills I wasn't obligated to. When her father passed, I stood at the front of the procession, paid for the casket with the last of my savings. I didn't say no. Not once. When she wanted to switch jobs, I worked longer nights to support her. I skipped meals so we could pay rent without touching the emergency fund. When her sister needed a new laptop, I gave her mine and went back to writing everything by hand for a year. But you don't keep receipts in a marriage. You don't itemize love. Or so I thought. Over the years, it changed. First, she forgot my birthday. Then she called me boring when I was too tired to go out. She said I dressed plain, like a school janitor. I laughed it off. But then she stopped introducing me properly. At gatherings, she just waved me off. That's him. Not my husband. Not even my name. Just him. Little things like that eat at you, like rust on metal. It starts small, barely noticeable, but it spreads. She started taking separate trips with friends. Family dinners I wasn't invited to. She said I wouldn't enjoy them anyway. Then I caught her changing her relationship status online to, "It's complicated." She said it was a joke, just something between friends. I swallowed that too. Then the wedding. Their grand, glossy, perfect wedding. A monument to their family's pride. My name wasn't on any list. No seat. No meal. Not even an introduction. Just a name tag. Housekeeper. It wasn't a mistake. When I left, no one chased me past the door. Not a single hand reached for mine. For weeks after, she called. Texted. Said it was a joke gone too far. That her mother forced her hand. That she was sorry. I didn't reply. I moved out quietly. Closed my bank accounts. Transferred what I needed. Took the car she didn't know I fully owned. She thought it was in her name. But paperwork tells the truth. I sold it. Bought a modest apartment near work. Nothing fancy. Just clean. Quiet. But I didn't disappear entirely. Over the years, I'd helped that family with a lot. I was on their property papers. I'd registered their business under better tax policies. Help with loans under my name, since their credit was bad. One by one, I withdrew, called in debts, fixed the registrations, pulled my name off everything. Didn't raise my voice. Didn't announce it. I just removed myself. Then the cracks showed. The tax notices came. The bank wanted their money back. Properties were frozen for technicalities, details I used to handle quietly. Their ancestral home, tied up in disputes. Without my signature, half of it was illegitimate. I heard from friends that the wedding loans bounced. The caterer sued. The photographer withheld the album. I didn't need to watch it unfold. People told me anyway. Then one afternoon, she showed up at my door. She looked thinner, pale, dark circles under her eyes. She asked if we could talk. Said she made mistakes, that she missed me, that family can be cruel, but love forgives. I listened, quietly. Then I closed the door. Didn't slam it, just closed it. She stood there for a while, maybe hoping I'd open it again. I didn't, because sometimes silence is the only language they understand. And I wasn't her housekeeper. Not anymore.